Hey guys, I'm back for 15 Hour Project Part 4. I had to think for a second. This time I'll be discussing the Wasatch Fault Line. The Wasatch Fault Line is a fairly famous fault line. It runs along the base of the Wasatch Mountains, which most of you have seen every day if you live in Utah. Our school, Kearns High School, is a good 10 to 15 minutes from the fault line. No, it's been a good while since we've had a large earthquake. I was not alive the last time there was an earthquake that was big. We're overdue for an earthquake of 7.0 or greater, which would destroy most buildings in Salt Lake. Most houses built before 1980 will not be up to date with earthquake regulations. What I found funny during my research was that a while ago, Utah came into some money, and they said, well, should we fix our schools, or should we fix our government buildings? I want you guys to guess which one they fixed, because it bugs me that our government buildings are now up to date. Our schools are not. If the earthquake were to strike sometime in the next while our schools are still up, the school would fall apart. What I wondered was that what would happen to the Great Salt Lake? They don't call it great for no reason. It's a huge body of water. And most of us know what happens when there's an earthquake near a body of water. There's tsunamis. I looked it up, and believe it or not, 1909 there was a large earthquake. There was flooding for 2 miles in each direction from the Great Salt Lake. They destroyed all buildings around them, all around the lake. 1934, same thing happened. It was only a magnitude 6. Let's see. So, what would happen if we had an earthquake? Same thing, food shortages, hospitals would be down, which is what we'd need most in that situation. Tsunamis, so anyone living near the Great Salt Lake, say hello to some water for me. The copper mine. Good question. I don't know if it would collapse. It probably would. There would be a devastating amount of death near that copper mine. There's lots of people working there. Some would be buried. Some would just be hit by rocks, falling rocks, flying rocks. Now, there's a few companies in the valley that work with chemicals. There's a refinery up north. There's the Hexcel Corporation right down the street. Right up 54th. They work with chemicals. What would happen? See, no one would be manning those. The plant would be destroyed. And those chemicals are now free to roam. Depending on what happens, whether or not they become airborne, do they travel with rain? What happens? I don't know. I didn't put a lot of looking into for those chemicals. The likelihood that there would be a large problem coming from those. Actually, if you take a look at 3900 South, you can actually see the fault line. It sticks up. It's a raised ground. It's really freaky. Yes, it would be devastating. Another devastating catastrophe for the great state of Utah. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.